Copy. Two eight seven. With the squad to start code 4 in the area of caller says she's arguing with her boyfriend. His name is Marcus. He's a Hispanic, 22 years old, and is following the caller. Three weeks. It's not for safety though. The boyfriend,
Well, guys, I figured I'd just give up on sleeping, so welcome back in. It's been a busy Sunday already.
3 York with Minnesota.
St. Paul's already had a person shot in the leg. The victim knows the suspect. That was a couple hours ago. There was a possible flash theft one of the malls out here in Ramsey County. Obviously tons of updates coming out from a lot of updates coming out from last night with all the and early this morning with all the shootings.
No longer sees them. She was a passerby that when she called, she was in front of 590 Lexington Parkway South. They were walking northbound towards Randolph, about 3 blocks
590
north.
Lexington Avenue South.
North. Have a coat on was the only description of her.
Copy, thank you.
1749.
Copy.
Copy the driveway and the address.
Yeah, so I mean it's already turning out to be busy. We've had snow. Apparently it's rainy, snowy something out right now.
Males walking around Wabasha Bridge from Plato. He's a white male in his 23 sweater under all black jacket. Appears to be addict at 1750.
So Wabasha Bridge from Plato.
188. Code 4, Avon and Fuller, 1750. Copy. Not the male, 1751.
But yeah, guys, thanks for jumping on. I have to say, I've had a couple. You guys were watching.
The caller says that she's in front of the doors on Selby, and the caller knows that the male's still in the area.
Copy that way.
So,
Copy. 171 if you want to start that way. Minneapolis 809 Selby.
Yeah, so all copies.
that's going to be west. We're in east, so it's the other side of the city. But if you go back in the description, I put descriptions of what happened yesterday, along with timestamps. So if you want to see the incidents that occurred, plus there's updated information in the description. So that's one thing new that I'm trying to do. It takes a little bit more time, but you know, that way if you guys don't want to sit through a whole live stream of Oh, just driving. Some people like the driving.
You let medics know we're in the back.
But you guys can go right to, like, the critical
Just
scenes, I guess.
35. You can clear the air. You got everybody. We just got some residents at 1033 that are close by, but we're north for.
Copy code for New York. 10-3 clear, 1750. Never had this complainant and her son in the lobby, and I don't think is somebody able to find out where they went. Happy, I'll give her a call.
Tango Alpha 803 to your call.
Happy 1750.
Three plates, will you run those for me? First one, Delta Charlie 888. Second plate, 718.
So you guys get to see the city a little bit in the daytime too.
Delta Hotel 0.
It was 50 degrees when I woke up at 1 o'clock this afternoon. And it has been dropping down. I think it's like 37 out right now. We had a little front move through with snow, big giant snowflakes.
Bravo, and then just go ahead. Year 5. Last name. Tango Hotel Oscar Mike Sierra. First name Johnny. Juliet Oscar Hotel. November. Yankee William Earl. Echo Alpha Romeo. November 1988 0624. And then I got one. Go ahead. Kingbird. India November Golf. Bravo India Romeo. Chino Sierra Hotel Echo November Alpha Delta Alpha Whiskey November. Date of birth 1990 0.
You can't locate them in the parking lot either. I'll a little later, but for now you can clear this GOA.
I kind of like this area. You guys get to see like the difference of the houses over the years. Like that one in front of us, I think is really cool. So when we go up to Duluth, we're gonna see a lot of older houses that look like that. A lot of older architectural design.
Can you check the cameras for a fresh motor vehicle theft 53? Vehicle was taken just prior to the call.
I'm actually EOD, but there is our check up there.
Copy that. Arctic on channel 2 for take call.
So we got a fresh Stolton. Oh, thanks XPL. How you holding up?
27 Tango, you're on the list. Stay by. 7-1, can you run a party for me? Last name is for Romeo. Quebec. Uniform. First of Mike Alpha Romeo Victory. Middle name will be Romeo Oscar Golf. Echo India Oscar date of birth 1986 0102. Copy. 287 Tango, go ahead.
So we're heading over to York where they got a bunch of officers out.
266 Tango, we're both out with them now.
Copy.
538 Tango, we copy that too.
Copy.
is going to be Picker, Papa India, Charlie, Kilo, Echo, Romeo, Jaron, Juliet, Alpha, Romeo, Oscar, November, middle name is Timothy. Date of birth is going to be 92927.
Copy.
Alan, I am not driving an old Crown Vic police car. You must be one of Bob's people.
It's called 360 Tango, your first plate. AAA comes back clear to a 2003 GMC Sierra pickup, black in color, marched. Registered to Corey Schluffer.
Yeah, no man, I love my trolls. Troll away.
Stand by.
If you could tell, well, I guess kind of from the hood, it does kind of look like a Crown Vic a little bit, doesn't it? From on the camera.
.360 Tango, continuing 718. Mike comes back clear to 2001 Chevy Silverado, red in color, February 21. Registered to Thomas Schleifer at the address 1033 York. 3rd 1 November Delta Hotel 088 also comes back clear to a 97 GMT pickup, blue in color. Registered to Corey Schluffer, same address 1033 York.
Copy.
1759.
So those are all the addresses where we're going. Right here is where we had that guy, St. Paul arrested that guy. Unknown
146 Arch Street East for 911.
unknown reason for the reason they arrested him, but they were pretty gentle with the guy once they got him in custody.
Yes, around.
1759.
This is an area where, if you guys watch a lot of lives at night, a lot of shootings and things happen in this area.
Following the tow truck to the impound lot.
Copy to the impound lot 1759.
So
2363 transport.
the officers have cleared that just
No
now.
mail regulation.
How'd you be doing?
We were able to actually talk to the girlfriend or wife of
My first party Thomas comes back clear. Looks like he
of that guy that got arrested.
Information showing that he is complying. Second party Kingbird
So
has a miss out of Ramsey County for theft bond is 300.
Copy.
So we were able to help. I was able to help fill her in how to do a public data request, how to
3431 Tango.
you know, what kind of some of the steps, because she was completely lost.
1800.
So out at
So this church here is one you see a lot in the dark.
York on the west side. Plate number and last four of the VIN. Whiskey Juliet. The VIN number is 0123. Cop, now start your tow at 1801.
For a violation of the old body only. 1801.
Tim, you never been to Minnesota? Well, this is St. Paul.
You're 171.
Anyway.
Recode this juvenile incident. Clear assist.
Got you.
We are in St. Paul, Minnesota right now. Yeah, I thought that was kind of... So Bob's done that quite, I think, a couple other times before. We've caught Bob out late and gotten interviews from him. Bob's not hesitant to come up and talk on the camera when kind of promotes what he's doing, which is kind of understandable, right?
Yeah.
But a lot of, and I'll give it to Bob. I mean, I'll give him credit. He sorry to get something to drink. He definitely, you know, likes to talk, so that's nice because then we get updates, right? Not just me, but you guys.
Into the list.
In the comment about being an auditor, I've never claimed to be an auditor. In fact, I don't consider myself an auditor.
111, 3100. Have a good night.
You know, I don't really pay attention to gas a whole lot. We're at $3.99 in the city. It's a little bit cheaper out of the city loop, but I mean, it's not cheap. We're all feeling the pinch, right? Shoot over on Wheelock. But it gives you guys a chance. And speaking of that, you know, if you guys ever want to donate, donations are always super welcome. I mean, the more I get in donations, the more I can keep doing this, right? And I'm not at all begging. That's not what this is about. It's just a real thing. It's gonna get hotter. $1.70, $1.09 a liter. Yeah, no, Brad and Rob with Watchdog, they had a truck driver in that lives in Canada, and they were trying to explain the whole liter thing. Later, Tim.
2614, can I copy your 10-8? What was that?
So obviously, if I can get offset with donations to keep doing this more, I'll lose, you know, obviously I'll lose my labor money on jobs, but I got to pay bills. You know, I think that's a real adult thing. I'm definitely not feeling like I'm entitled at all. I do work to pay my bills. So, you know, as long as I make enough to do that and have a little bit on the side, get some, you know, snacks and stuff, I'll keep doing this. Really, is that the conversion difference per liter? Is you guys pay about 70 cents more per liter? Yeah. Yeah, this is these are the gorgeous St. Paul. I almost feel like we should be in Minneapolis more. You know, I think we nicer roads, less likely to be shot. Not worrying about alignments and suspensions.
Do we want to add DOC onto that too?
Oh, so that's Ramsey County Sheriff's.
I suppose you could. I'll still call.
They're adding. They're talking about back-end charges.
Copy.
And this summer we're going storm chasing. So we'll be going after tornadoes, and you guys come for a ride on that. Care 11 actually ran a story on how potholes don't damage cars.
No, and I don't see any tattoos listed in the POR information.
Copy.
Yeah, if you could, I would love to hear that. So here's the fun thing. I've been to a couple news stations. Like I went to Channel 9. Obviously, I did a video in front of there. I went over to by Care 11, and what I thought was funny is these news studios remind me of jails. And it's like, I didn't, it looks weird to me. I don't know.
Reviewing.
But yeah, after what happened earlier today, I figured it was going to get pretty busy here, but it actually kind of slowed down a little bit. Oh, there's a place called I Love Pho. I'm going to have to try that place out. I didn't even know that place was there. Here's the thing, guys. Normally when we're out, it's dark out and it's late and you can't see any of this stuff. So it's almost like a whole different city in the day.
You away with 11?
Copy.
And it's you know, cloudy out. So one of the reasons I like to come when it's overcast like this is because you don't have to worry about sun glare, right? So we don't have to worry about the sun getting to you. Downside, it's a little bit rainy out. That was the infamous Payne Avenue. Yeah, I'm gonna get back in touch with Jai and see if he'll come and do a ride along. Thanks for sticking on, guys. If you notice, if you watch my stream from typical streams, that is exactly the spot where we always lose.
Darwin Road South, residential covering living room.
That is always a bad spot for my cell phone coverage, so I do apologize.
The same party that had me call Chris Greenstein, getting a call now from the mom saying that the son's at the address during progressive.
So Ramsey County sheriffs are going out to a OD call, impersonate mushrooms. So, yeah, there's that.
Happy to help.
Copy. PWC.
So I got a question for everyone. When was the last time, or even if you even remember this store here, when was the last time you were at one of these, or even remember one of these? You still have 2 subs? Really? You?
266 Tango copy and a squad to assist at 332 Front Avenue, unit number 8. Requested by Medic 22, who did a medical welfare check earlier. Make contact at the apartment, but could hear a dog barking and crying on the inside. St. Paul Animal Control was given the information. They said they would go check it out. Up with us. We don't know the outcome of their welfare check.
264 Tango.
Well, we were just over there. Yeah, I haven't been 5 years ago for Kmart. Yeah. This is
Thank you.
You're welcome.
it is an old Kmart. Hey, Costa Rica, thanks for being here. Yeah, if you guys, you know, I that's the thing too. Like, even if you have videos, you can always post them, right? They don't always have to be, they don't have to be the same thing. Like a lot of times it's kind of nice to take a break.
Can you see if we have a name for this?
You were banned when you were 13. I guess the joke's on Kmart, right? They're out of business. Yeah, the blue light specials at Kmart. Oh, I cut out when I was talking about Jai. Yeah, so I've talked to him a couple times on the phone. He is extremely open and wants to do an interview. He said Saturdays work the best for him. He is currently an officer with Bloomington, City of Bloomington Police Department. I mean, you can around your yard. I mean, you could, if you have a dog, you can make your own dog poop video. Which it is springtime, so I'm gonna have to remind everyone.
Back in January, that lived in unit number 8 is Daryl Abrams. I don't know if this is the same.
So
there now, there was a medical in February on the 24th for a 56-year-old male, and in those call comments, number 7 had keys to apartment number 8 and was going to be.
So going back to Jai, I'm gonna reach out to him again. I got busy, and you know he's been fairly busy as well, right? Like life happens, life is a real thing. But I'm gonna approach him about doing the ride along with me because I know that we talked about me going and doing a ride along with him and filming. So I don't know if it's going to be a live ride along. If we do live, we have to be careful because of Minnesota data privacy laws. So it wouldn't be a live like we're doing now. It would have to be some muting, so it wouldn't be 100% transparent. And when I say that, we're going to have to contact, obviously, a bunch of attorneys. And, you know, just because the data privacy and the concern of me riding with the sheriff's department, right? So, like, I can film in Minnesota juveniles. So if like a carjacker, right? The carjackers lately have been a lot of juveniles. So, and there is downtown St. Paul in the day. So I can film juveniles, but I don't know if I'm riding with law enforcement because I'm technically with them. If I fall, if we have to protect.
Skyway 28 for a person sleeping there.
Well, it's a downtown in the Skyway, so we probably wouldn't get much out of that. But I don't know how that would work, and so we're have to do some figuring out on the legalities of that. But I would definitely, he definitely wants to do that. There's definitely a lot of trust. Fisherman in the Box got a strike? The only way to post your link is if you're a mod. So Pamela, if you could go to his channel and post his link, that'd be awesome. Yeah, it would probably be easier to write. Well, I wouldn't want to do that either. Also, back to the street racer. So Brianna, a lot of the videos I shared with you, as you could see, were on the front. Her screen was stamped. She's also the one that got the pictures of Sheriff Hutchinson, drunken Hutch, as damaged patrol vehicle, and subsequently they wanted her investigated for a trespass from Medina PD, which they paid overtime fees to. She got spotted and confronted by some of the street racers, and she will no longer be getting out the undercover video of the street racers. Oh, there's free meals they're putting out there. Yeah, we are in Como heading northbound right now. So this would be, as I've nicknamed it, Homicide Holiday here to our left. So if you're by Payne and Como area in downtown St. Paul, they have, they're giving out free meals, I guess. I've been shocked this weekend. I've had free coffee and donuts today. And here we hit all the bumps.
Copy. In the area of Edmond and Pasco, callers someone in a green Honda CRV, steal a catalytic converter. They were on a Hamlin. From the area, plate on the vehicle 453 Tango.
So we have fresh catalytic converter theft. I started my channel 2.5, almost 3 years ago. I think it'll be three years this fall, maybe 3 years this spring. North Carolina is in the house.
You can send me 185 Tango's call. Pretty sure that vehicle's over by 5 Snelling. Jim Courts about, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes ago.
So that's west.
360 Tango.
371 Tango.
360 Tango, 1031 Payne Avenue for a suicidal party. History of overdose and this pills threatening to take them. Medical.
Where's these Tango copy?
371 Tango, copy.
23. Fire later, sorry, I have got already. Yep.
Fine air.
24 Tango, you can clear.
Squad 184 Tango copies.
That was the tin cup that we just went by there.
3-5 North LAC with them.
LAC 1824.
Does it get blurry when we're driving? Could be blurry due to all the bumps.
Can you run my party? It's going to be ID long number Golf 537 063 96715. And you should back with a Ramsey if you can confirm that for me. He is.
Oh, it is the whole time I'm driving, Fred?
Do you want feedback?
Sure.
Hey, Mike, for being here.
Yeah. 5180.
So yeah, those are jumping in. Let's go to Mankato. That's kind of a drive.
Gunshot, one victim on the third floor is an accidental self-inflicted.
So Ramsey County dispatched out a gunshot for an accidental shooting.
Before it's over.
Get Jennifer, copy.
So if you guys haven't already, please hit the thumbs up. I greatly appreciate it.
If he is, it is confirmed. Do you want tea? No, it's fine. Fabulous, don't need anything else. 1827.
Well, New Mexico, it's got to be warmer there than here. It's 38 degrees here in St. Paul currently.
Yeah, they are saying that there's lots of people in the background as well. Female or 20-year-old female actually shot herself.
So, 20-year-old female accidentally shot herself. That's going to be Ramsey County. Did they ever get who? Yeah, you know what? This is like there's been a couple accidental discharges while trying to clean a firearm, and you know, I don't claim to be an expert on those, on firearms, but I do know that when I try to clean one, it is definitely easier to clean when it isn't loaded. No, they never caught the Challenger guy. There's still a cops alert out on that guy.
And I didn't find that vehicle.
Copy that. Ed.
I was actually really hoping they catch that guy.
Copy. They are updating now that the gun is in room 326. From that room to the firearm.
So right here at this intersection is where the lady got shot in the back of her head. Here is where the suicidal person that took pills is at. St. Paul Fire, St. Paul PD is out here. We're not going to really stick around. Yeah, you know, it's sad because she was just driving down the road and she got shot at. So we're at Case and Rice. You know, it could have been anyone driving down the road when that happened. There was another guy in downtown off of Roberts, I believe, that got shot in his arm just driving down the road.
80 copy, 1830. Or we're by the dumpsters.
But yeah, it was it got a little bit busy earlier today, and I figure I'd come out and show you guys some daylight of St. Paul area where we cruise in the dark most of the time. It's kind of calmed down a little bit.
Wrong number. Oh, I'm looking at it now. I ran earlier. I did not verify it. I'm 99.9% sure it's the wrong number on you. Okay. My pleasure.
My Paul, thank you, everyone. Copy, clear them in right outside of 326, 1831.
First single. Front 38. Code 4.
Code 4, 1832.
Alright guys, so I'm going to update you here in a second on some news happening around the state. Get a spot to pull over.
Sorry.
So Turns out, okay, so multiple shots. This is St. Cloud. Multiple shots fired last night around the area of University Drive South and 7th area in St. Cloud last night between the hours.
Can you hear us? 371 Tango to the cars on the speak to the comp. If not, we can take care of it.
Between the hours of 3 and 6 a.m. sounds like there was some damage. So that was last night. That's from St. Cloud Crime Watch. So that was actually early this morning up in St. Cloud. So, you know, I do plan on hitting St. Cloud area. See. So an update from Minneapolis police. One man is dead after being found shot in the back Saturday. 5 others were injured, and at least three other shootings between late Saturday night and early Sunday morning. So if you guys were watching late last night or early this morning, we were going to gunshot calls in Minneapolis.
376.
Last squad, go again. You're cut off.
376. GOA.
Copy that.
369 Tango. 369 Tango. Multiple squads have been trying to call up there with no response from you guys. But we're on at Planet Fitness. That vehicle's been located on Wilson.
Planet Fitness on Wilson.
Copy. We're just having an equipment issue with the dispatch. 1830.
Received.
So apparently dispatch is having equipment issues with hearing yes, it is 37 degrees here in, well, 38 degrees in St. Paul, my truck is saying.
Problem. Avenue, Kimball Court. On the 3rd floor, there's a female who's trespassed. Her mom would like her to leave. Name is Joya, black female on the 3rd, and her
Tried calling her quite a few times, no answer. She's not here anymore. She's got a Hermantown address, so I'll just call it and leave her voicemail. We're heading back your way.
Got it. You want us to start the tow, or you guys want to handle it, or what do you want to do?
You just want to call for it, we'll write it. Regulatory codes.
Good copy. All right, Sting.
Yeah, Danny, basically everyone agrees that this summer is going to be horrible when it comes to violence. It is kind of a rain popcorn type snow mix. And we are currently facing downtown St. Paul.
370 Tango.
370 Tango.
May I please get a tow as Whitebeard and Wilson?
That's weird. That's Ramsey County Dispatch, which sounds like...
I'm on the phone with her. She's just a block away. She'll start walking down there. Copy.
Checking 751 470 Northwest for a male outside the apartment. No socks or shoes on. He's looking at the vehicle, ripped up a letter, and then stood at the apartment door while staring at a cop's vehicle. Sure on for that 183.
36 Tango copies.
839.
So we'll cruise around.
Go ahead.
You can cancel that tow.
Copy that one. 1839.
I agree, Pamela. There is no morals and values anymore.
73 Tango.
I'll advise with 537 Tango and 267.
We'll go shoot through downtown.
Copy. 36 Tango, what's this?
I agree. You should treat others how you want to be treated.
$51.82.
5182.
Transport no mill. 2 PD, starting at 68.
Copy. You want a dot mail to the PD 21?
But we're not going to be out here too long, guys. I just wanted to... It got a little bit busy. We had one shooting victim, self-inflicted. Well, actually, we've had two. One self-inflicted, accidental, and we had another one.
5268 Greenwood Drive on a 91 hang on. Not within 21 meters.
And
Let's look at your domestic at that location.
The other person
27 guys.
knows the shooter.
267.
PD 41.
So that's what kind of spurred me to get over here. And then there was a potential flash theft at one of the malls. Hey, Wanda. Thanks for being here.
Obviously 27, she's aware.
Copy, sure. I'm 2730 to 42.
Flag, however, you can probably cancel the Tango car.
Copy that. 287 Tango, you are clear.
287 Tango, copy, no, I don't see you.
1842.
So it is currently like a sleet and rain mixture right now in downtown St. Paul. Yes, I almost did, but I didn't.
checking for the available spot 27. There's medical at 2119 Terrace Drive. 7127 copy. You were there?
So 10 more likes to get to 100. That would be awesome.
Two for the owner's request that was stolen that they still have the keys. And the last 4398.
Capital, not a whole lot. We had one person accidental shoot themselves, and when we had another person earlier today, which spotted me to come out here.
I'm sorry, you're saying that the owner said it was stolen?
For our current case number, our motor vehicle theft, the vehicle was stolen, there's no keys.
So that's Ramsey County Dispatch. So they're determined that the vehicle's
27 Aurora from 501. Colors neighbor, that color store is taking in. Color says the suspect's known to carry a gun, but no gun was seen today. Last female, thin bills, wearing a pink shirt and shorts.
and then someone shot someone else, but they know who the shooter is.
Are we having it brought to impound then, or is the RO wanting it brought to their house?
Gonna get brought to their house.
Is it going to be a private tow then?
Yep, that's why I said it's per owner's request, going to their address.
Calling your private tow at 1845.
Oh, you can hear sometimes the frustration with dispatchers extracting information from the deputies.
Yeah, talk to the homeowner, it's an accidental dial and code brief and clear squad assist.
Copy, 1845.
So it's pretty busy down here at Truck Park and
No.
all the bars down here at 7th and Chestnut area.
Copy, is your current call clear?
184 Tango is 5 minutes.
Copy that.
The parking in the median is usually law enforcement.
Copy, available. 1846.
And there's the Freedom House. As Capital Transparency did the research on that, the Freedom House is an old fire station they converted into a homeless shelter. That was off to the left there.
1846.
Interesting, it made mainstream news talking about how their temporary permit expired and they had to get they had to renew the temporary permit. But it seems to be like a fairly nice Sunday evening. People are out. It's not, the weather's not that bad for us in Minnesota. It is actually getting slower on the radio, guys, than it was earlier. I don't feel like I get out this way a whole lot. It's kind of sad that we consider this weather not great weather, but compared to other areas like Seattle, You know, rains all the time there, right? Did you really just bring that up in the chat, Packers or Vikings? You're gonna start a whole string of comments now, which is fine by me. More comments, faster the comments, the more it boosts the algorithm.
Free for 20 traffic. I'll Creek Park. Call for Afton with Boy John Wood, yellow, 259. Battle Creek Park off of Lower Afton at 1849.
So that's Ramsey County Sheriff's Department. Well, I think, like I said earlier in the stream, I'm probably not going to be out here too long.
You think up before I crashed. Cat crashed.
And probably when I get back, I'll probably edit some videos down, or edit a video together of all of the police encounters I had over the weekend, and they all went extremely well.
Or are you doing?
We might switch over to Minneapolis though and leave St. Paul. It's kind of nice to hear the slowness, I'll be honest with you.
Clear traffic.
I don't think it's a jinx. Yeah, that was a Minneapolis cop, KJ, that did that. And I was really impressed by that. In fact, You know, it's one thing for them. It's one. It is 37 degrees now. It's one thing for them to kind of be a jerk, and it's another thing for them to kind of eat it and realize it and come back, because we're all human, and I think that just, it helps show like the human side of a person, right? Like it just shows that they are humans too, right? And I'll be honest with you, you know, a lot of officers are just used to people with cameras screaming and yelling at them or challenging certain things, and
It was info from state on somebody just walking. Nothing said about any suicidal or traffic. It's black and no plate. Good. Okay, Joseph Road to 1036 on Rundle Street on PCN. Yeah, Charlie.
cruise through Fort Snelling area.
Wisconsin, temporarily. Yep, 1856. Doing 8. That's just one Betty, cleared it out, airport.
Have them, maybe for some.
Being nice.
Copy, checking for tomorrow at 3059 Fort North, CBP.
7 on ground.
So we have is going on sitting on the governor's desk right now, waiting to be signed for Georgia to be changed to a constitutional carry state. I'd like to ask your guys' opinions. If you live in a state that is now constitutional carry and or is about to be constitutional carry, what is your thoughts on your state going to constitutional carry, or do you think all states should be constitutional carry? If we should have different things, let me know what you think. Cool old building there.
Here you go.
2017.
Copy 10-8, put me on Sandy.
2017, go ahead and you're clear. What did you want to be put? Area. Yes, vehicles long gone. 970 University Speedway. Color southbound juvenile females run out of the store with stolen merchandise like blue Saturn. Plate and the vehicle do not match. They were last seen towards 94 from Milton. Caller was advised to stop following and will be in front of the store near staff. He is only a witness. The plate given came back to a Ford F-150.
Copy.
1903.
170 Tango, boom.
Copy that. And 1903. $173. Phone call request on our book. Thank you, Alfred. LSU for issue. 1903.
So this is Fort Snelling.
You said the issue was burnt popcorn, and they have one ladder continuing just to verify by canceling the other.
So it looks like this whole walkway is fenced off.
Copy. Taking the rest.
Copy.
So I was hoping
A195. heading for.
to get some
You doing
views
97 copy, 904?
of the river, but you know, it's apparently all closed off. So the whole visitor area is chain linked.
Good traffic overhead.
Bravo 805.
Bravo 805.
Can you please call data?
Lovely, thanks.
1905. Copy on the 3rd floor.
Well, there you go. That's a good question, SDS scanner Mike. Do you think, what do you think about Bob Fletcher is doing a good job as sheriff? Hey Jason, Minneapolis, how you doing? I was in your city last night quite a bit. There's some shootings happening. One person's dead, I believe.
I go where a few blocks away from your GOC.
Speaking of that, we are in Bloomington.
And arguing, possibly escalating in Skyway number 44.
We're over here. We'll monitor these guys. You know, I don't understand what the chain link fence purpose is, to be honest with you, because it's all an open walkway. I'll show you over here. You can see the chain link fence goes down, like it goes to the end down there to the left and then shoots down. Yeah, I think that's good, SDS Scanner Mike. So drop a 1 in the chat if you think Bob Fletcher is doing a good job. 2 if no. 3 if you're kind of in between. And then, you know, what do you think? Bob must be sleeping. Luke, no comment. You know, it's okay to have your own view. It's just kind of weird over here. Like that chain link fence goes down, and that's all supposed to be like open to visitors, right? Like there's an older building. I think Bob is trying to be in the middle of the road type of guy. I really do. I think it's kind of a lot of propaganda. But who knows, right? Like, spoiler alert, you're right. You do have to understand politics, right? Any elected position is a political position, right? And anytime you're in that, it's a lot of politics. I think for the most part, it's you have to satisfy the masses, right? Or you have to make the masses believe.
Call for Christina Bond. She is calling 911 screaming about people having bombs and blowing up.
Good.
So we're now monitoring Bloomington, Edina, and Richfield, which are the only. Besides,
check there, Bloomington and Park Road. There's now been walking around the neighborhood for the last 30 minutes. Black male wearing a flannel shirt, black hat, carrying a purple yoga bag. He's headed southbound on Bloomington.
We are going to the VA. Rowdy podcast. The first time I ever met Rowdy was over here at the VA, and I was a backup camera guy for him. And he wanted to do a First Amendment audit over here. We had a couple of the regular officers that were a little bit not as friendly as they probably should have been. They tried to infringe with Rowdy, not so much with me. But I did meet a corporal and a sergeant that were super awesome. In fact, the sergeant said, you know, we're welcome to be here. So that's the main entrance.
She a phone report for threats that she received while she was at the mall. She's now in Blaine. She's also concerned for the welfare of her son, who's with her ex, but doesn't have an address for there.
So yeah, it was a little interesting when we were out here. And then we met with, I don't know, I don't think it was the chief.
1913.
Don't exactly know. There's some interesting wildlife you guys don't see every day over here. We have a bunch of wild turkeys just roaming. Over here at the VA. Oh, they don't like my truck. Oh, I'm being chased by turkeys. It's very interesting to see turkeys out here.
5185.
5185.
I'll take the trim damage on handle.
Well, I'm not messing with the turkeys. That is true. They are everywhere now. They're definitely everywhere now.
But
Show me 10-6 at HQ on Nathan.
But it's weird because I did have a conversation with the VAPD. Oh, they're chasing me again. Apparently I'm on their turf. But yeah, the police department is over here. But they're so the federal officers, sorry I got sidetracked by the turkeys chasing me again. These federal officers are not state officers, which I thought was really interesting. So they're not state sworn officers, they're federal only, so they don't have state jurisdiction. But right here is the police department. So if you're ever over here at the VA, right here's the police department. Looks like they've gotten some new cars since I've been here last. But yeah, no, they were super. The ranking officers were super friendly. And but yeah, if you're ever over here, you know, great. We had a great response from VAPD.
Can you run Edward Zebra Henry 429?
Apparently they got some wild turkeys around here, so be mindful of the wild turkeys. I think I can get out straight ahead. I don't know the campus too well. But this place got a pass.
Okay.
Cedar Valley Church, 8600 Bloomington on a commercial alarm. Unknown if it's silent or audible, covering door 2 in the southeast hall motion. They did speak with Jeff, a holder who is responding. ETA 2 minutes and a great Jetta.
So apparently VAPD is responsible, obviously, for the campus, the hospital area, and they're also responsible for the housing, so Veterans Affairs housing area.
Favorite pictures. You're welcome in 1918.
So they pretty much just patrol those areas. And again, it's weird. They're not state police. They're not sworn police officers to the state. They're federal officers.
We will not be booking that Sean Flanagan that we had. You confirmed the warrants for earlier, so you can leave those in there.
No, then thank you for letting us know. At 1919.
Spoiler alert. Are you talking about, smoking turkey, like, for 2 days?
Can you change my call to assault theory report and take me on the board EOT?
So the Opticom trips when the trains are going through. We're right next to the light rail. So apparently last night, and this is St. Cloud, last night callers apartment unit window was shot out near 7th and Lincoln. The suspects fled in 3 separate vehicles. Sounds like there was no injuries reported. Officers did confirm damage, and that's in St. Cloud. There was a shooting tonight. And guys, it's been it's getting worse all over the city, and it sounds like it's spreading up to St. Cloud area, which St. Cloud's about an hour northwest of the cities, I'd say. It's St. Cloud Crime Watch's page on Twitter. They've been posting a lot of stuff up there. Again, Twitter is great for sending out tons of small information here and there. So if you guys don't have Twitter, I recommend you getting Twitter and then just subscribing to like a lot of the Crime Watch pages. So that was interesting. Oh, there was an apartment fire today in Blaine. I think it was Blaine that had the fire. I'll go ahead and post a video on that. That was all pretty much on Twitter. I didn't see any YouTube. So I got a lot of videos to put up, some editing to do.
I started on the east side, door 11, about 1, walking around to the south now. You have started in the northwest corner.
Okay. 4894.
95 Nick.
Hello, guess that's Nature Hill 10, communication number 322. The 22-year-old female that is having a panic attack because she lost her keys and her phone's about to die. She is refusing an ambulance. She just wants an officer to stop by and help her.
Okay, this is Bloomington dispatch. It literally just a person called because the lady's having a panic attack, and because she lost her keys and her cell phone's about to die. She called 911 to have an officer come out and help her. So just let that sink in. You lose your keys, and your phone's about to die, so you call 911. You don't want an ambulance. You just want
Of a vehicle
a cop to come over
belongs to
to help you look for your keys that you lost.
Edward Robert Victor 209.
I've never heard that call come these.
Through yesterday gray and color to Amos Olivera at 520 East 81st Street.
I don't know, what do you guys think? If you were in that situation, would you call 911 to ask for a police officer to come out and help you look for your keys? Just curious. 1 for yes and 2 for no. 1, you would have an op call for a cop to come out and help you look for keys, and 2 for you would not call 911 for that.
Cars are clear, GOA. Good show, man.
You called 911 once because your roof collapsed for the fire department? Yeah, you know what? I think that's a legitimate reason to call 911. You still don't want to answer questions. That's okay. I'm not a cop.
6-0 to 6-4. I'm just checking the rest of the exterior, and then he wants us to go in with him.
But
Hey.
oh, here's another question for you. With Minneapolis hiring a ton of social workers to go on calls, would that be a police or social worker call?
Meet on the south side.
I think that's
It's a pretty big building, so
I think that's the big thing, right? With the push for social workers, is that a police call or a social worker call?
I'm not seeing any. He said a motion detector went off, and that's pretty unusual.
And then going back to the gun control debate, if a person freaks out and has a panic attack because they lose their keys and their cell phone might die, should that person be allowed to carry?
$39.24 and $39.30.
And then
3 hours.
with that, with red flag laws that have been passed in certain states, Minnesota does not have a red flag law. But if you're in a state that you have red flag laws, do you then get red flagged for that call? Like, does that make you an ineligible person? Because if you freak out, they have to call 911 because you lose your keys and you obviously can't charge your phone.
316 William Charlie.
Does that mean you get red flagged?
Package 5 minutes ago. I believe they might be following the Amazon truck. As soon as the package was delivered, they arrived a blue 4-door sedan, possibly a Toyota, with tinted windows, no front plate.
Do we have a direction of travel?
Check-in.
That's Ramsey County Dispatch.
35 Tom, we'll take the parking complaint.
I agree with you 100% on the red flag thing. You can't judge when something's going to happen, and
1930.
And then, you know, a lot of agencies don't actually send police to those type of things. So they have community service officers, right? So a community service officer or reserve officer are usually non-sworn positions or just civilian positions. They're kind of like security for the city. That's who usually goes to those type of calls. So it leaves actual sworn police officers free to handle, you know, like police calls. And that's the other thing too, right? So what if it was in like one of the U of M parking garages or something like that, where there's a lot of crimes that are happening there too. So I mean, the call can always sound weird like that, but you never know. Yes, a CSO they do a lot more than just catching dogs, and it depends on the cities too, right? So some have actual animal control, some have CSOs do it. A lot of the suburbs agencies, I know Crystal, they still do vehicle lockouts. So if you're locked out of your car, you can call, and they'll come and unlock your car for free. It's a service that the city provides.
Checked on the cell door.
Six-3, copy, that's the door we've been for clearing right now.
Anyway.
Well, that was just one from the fire, unless you want me to come back to you.
I was just gonna say, let them get to the office, pull up cameras, see if we have anything inside. Otherwise, it's just gonna take hours.
Copy.
So Crime Watch Minneapolis added and is updating a map in Minneapolis where shootings have occurred so far this year, and they're plotting it on a Google Maps. So if you go to their webpage or their Twitter account, I know it's on Twitter, probably on their Facebook page too, you can actually click on that and it'll send it to your Google Maps. So you'll have all where the shootings have happened for the year in the city of Minneapolis, and it's updated live as they happen. It's kind of interesting, so you know when it happens. You can look at your maps, and I think it's a great tool for safety, because last night, if you were watching the second shooting we went to where the guy got shot in the alleyway, I had a couple people come by, had no idea at all where what happened there. So I'm really hoping that can branch out to like St. Paul and the surrounding like suburbs.
He was doing drugs at the stores, held loitering in the parking lot. It'll be a Hispanic or black male, black jacket, black pants, backpack, and a yellow sweater underneath the jacket.
And that would be Edina Police Department.
Okay.
I'm gonna I'll put the info on my community tab later on this evening. So check back later tonight or tomorrow on my channel and under the community tab, and I'll put the link of that up there for you guys. I think it's a really cool and useful tool.
And then was that, you said the arrival off at 1912.
That's
It was
Bloomington.
1910 when he walked into the building. But the guy you were out with, what time did you say he walked out?
Oh.
Was it 7:12?
But I don't know if I'm going out later tonight. Probably not, unless something major goes down. And this week, we're supposed to have rain off and on. Although I think
Yeah,
this
one I've got right now.
this coming weekend is going to be.
When I go to outside inside building.
Okay, they got one at Gunpoint in Bloomington. Bloomington has one at Gunpoint.
Down to the server, exactly. Yeah.
Finish the door, Tim.
Harvey's gonna go out to his office, we'll come to you.
All right, so they're
Close by one in custody.
so they're okay. They took one in custody. That's Bloomington. So whatever building they're out at, they had put one at gunpoint and then they took them into custody.
184.
So what I was saying is this coming up weekend, it's going to be nicer weather. I think it's supposed to get up in the 50s or upper 50s. So I think Saturday is going to be that way. So if you guys are following for a while, you know Saturdays are usually pretty busy. Busier in St. Paul at least. Last night was crazy busy all over the metro. Yeah, next week, spoiler alert, next week, so next Saturday night, it's gonna be warm, so it's make sure you set your schedule for, you know, around between 8 and 9 I'll go live, and between 8 and 9 we'll go live, and we'll be running calls all night long. And if you don't get a chance to catch it when I'm live or fall asleep, you know, the next day it'll be kind of a cheat for you guys, because I usually, before I go to sleep, I'll go through and put highlights, timestamps, and descriptions of what happened during the live, so you guys can click right on it, go right to the scenes. But I feel like that's kind of convenient, but you know, when we're watching it, when you guys are live with me, you know, you can feel it, like you're there with it as it's happening. The next day or the couple days later when you watch it, it's still kind of cool, but you know, you can cheat a little bit and fast forward, right? But we are in Golden Valley right now, Golden Valley, St. Louis Park area. So I'm gonna call it a night. If something else pops up, I will go live. Hey, South Alabama Cop Watcher, if you guys haven't subbed or went over to their channel, check them out. Let them know. I wouldn't be where I'm at without other people helping me, promoting my channel as well. Spoiler alert. Okay, so spoiler alert doesn't want any subs. He wants to keep all his videos private. But we just went by the Menards in Golden Valley where the
Okay, reason out the before I went France, Dad was calling for a party who walked with an ID and left on foot 15 minutes ago, white male, 5'8", wearing a Papa John's t-shirt. No further description. Staff stated that his dad might have been picking him up, but no vehicle description either.
okay, I have no idea what that was. That was Edina Richfield.
Copy.
Well, you guys take care. I'm probably gonna edit videos, shoot some invoicing out. Yeah, his daddy Papa John's gonna pick him up. Thank you guys again for being here. Have a good night, good morning, good evening, good day, wherever you're watching from. But if you have any questions, go ahead and leave it in a comment below any of the videos. I get those going on, so it's pretty relaxed all over the state. Thank you so much for being here. Look forward to seeing you again. Spread the word if you guys are interested. Things like this, let them know. Share out my my channel to people. Jason with Minnesota News Now out.